Okay, so we're gonna see how this goes with my volume and everything. I don't have a microphone currently. Um, so I've noticed that the quality's been a little weird on the past few videos that I've uploaded, so my apologies. But we're just gonna work with what we've got right now, okay? So, I wanted to do like picking one card from a few different decks, and actually I want to pick up maybe one or two more decks to work with. I want to work with the Romance Angels, and oh, this is good. Yes, this, yes. This is perfect. This is completely what? This is the energy that I need right now. Yes. Okay. I love that. I'm so excited all of a sudden. There's been a lot of it was 11 or 111 on the clock. Okay, so we're illuminating. It's been so much energy. I don't know about you guys, but this full moon that happened a few days ago in Gemini was rough. It was rough in my world, and I know a lot of people who feel that way, but I know that there are some people where it was a really amazing full moon, and I want to honor that too, right? This is not like it was just a horrible experience for every person everywhere. No, no, no. But I think no matter what, it brought up a lot. Whether it brought up good things or not so good things, it seemed to be a full moon that like really stirred the pot. So if you're with me on that, then hey, you're not alone. But I want to do a little bit of, I basically just want to pull one card from each of these decks. I have 6 decks right here, technically 7 because this pile is 2 different decks mixed together. So we have Angel Therapy deck and the Angels of Abundance deck together. They told me when I got them that they wanted to be mixed in together. And I have another combo deck that I've created like that too, where after years of them being together, I separated them and it just didn't feel right. They're like meant to be merged over here in my reading land. So same thing with these two, they want to be merged. I want to take these decks out of their boxes. It's like a rebirth happening. It's like a free me energy, like liberate me. And that's a lot of Sagittarius type of vibes. So I'm taking you out of your boxes. I won't stick you in some box. I personally, I'm doing a lot around creating my website right now, creating online, like everything online business. And I'm trying to just stay focused on literally giving readings right now. But I am obsessed with building business, and I have to admit, I'm so impressed with the platform that I have signed up for and what I'm learning through it. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've already gained like $1,000 worth of course material just in the past week. So part of that is why I'm bringing that up is like this whole getting out of the box that you've been stuffed in thing. Like I was doing a lot of writing. I've been doing a lot of writing. I've been doing a ton of writing. And what I was writing about for content basically was finding that it was like kind of healing and therapeutic, because a lot of what I was writing about were the reasons that led me, to where I am today. And there were a lot of difficult decisions that I've made a lot of difficult decisions, a lot of scary choices, leaps of faith. And one of the multiple reasons for that is because in my 20s, I started to just feel like I had been placed in a box in a way. I know not on purpose by my parents or my family or even friends or just community, but still there's this like, no, I'm so much more than that, you know? So this full moon might be bringing things up. Like, you might want to have some like liberation and space to expand, and these are very, very Sagittarian themes. We're in Sagittarius season, okay? And then also, I guess to address really quick, because I wanted to make a video sometime over this past week about Neptune going direct. We're kind of ending a long period now of multiple planets being in retrograde motion. We still have some in retrograde. Mars is still going to be retrograde for a bit. Pretty sure Uranus is still retrograde. But Jupiter has recently gone direct, and Neptune just went direct a week ago or so. And so I wanted to just talk about that, because anytime any planet goes retrograde, it's a period of time to reflect, especially around the energies that that planet represents. So Neptune is about fantasy, it's about dreams, and the shadow side of Neptune is that it can also be like illusions, and it can be a bit confusing. Like there's literally fog and mist surrounding Neptune, like literally, scientifically, like the planet. There's this cloudiness around this planet, and so it's a planet that represents daydreams, dreams in general, but also kind of more in a like fantasy type way. Like what would be these awesome creations, and how can your life be this like epic fairy tale fantasy? Ooh, fairy tale. I like talking about that with the Disney Villains deck, the Villains Tarot deck that we're going to be working with. This energy really got me going. So I don't know if you're really, if these things are hitting home for you. Hi honey, stay a while. My name is Vanessa. I'm going to do a reading here, just kind of general themes, and let's see what's happening. Grab your hot cocoa. I'm in California. It's raining. It's been raining all day, and I secretly love it because I get to be inside. Ooh, girl! Excuse the car screeches. Earmuffs. So anyway, I'm in California. It's cold-ish. I have the window open just so that I can hear the rain fall. So that's also why that screech was so loud. But I'm the type of reader that I pay attention to the environment and what's happening around me, and there are messages in that too. So this screeching, this noise, there might have been a lot of commotion, a lot of like unpleasant noise, conversations, but not just conversations, like heightened explosions or just things that are like, what even is that noise? You know, Neptune is direct now, but she's a big lady. She's a huge planet out there. And so that's another thing I wanted to say with the whole retrograde motion and then station direct and a planet moving in direct motion. It doesn't automatically just happen. It like needs time to like warm up and get the momentum turned back around to move back in its regular, I mean, it's moving in its orbit no matter what. It's really an optical illusion from our vantage point on Earth, looking at the planets in the sky. they appear like they're moving backwards. They're not really, but I go into that in other videos. You look for the Mercury retrograde videos if you want in here, and I'll be able to explain it in that video a little bit better. But anyway, you know, if you're trying to get these big dreams going right now, there might be a little like screechiness, you know, or resistance, because you need some time to get that engine warmed up so it can take you forward. Okay, enough about all of that. Take it for what it's worth, but let's see what these decks have to say. I have the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn. I have the Angels of Romance deck, when it was by Doreen Virtue. Hey, it's gonna be a vintage deck sometime in the future. Again, the Angels of Abundance mixed with the Angel Therapy deck. I have my traditional Rider-Waite mini deck. I have the Disney Villains Tarot deck, super fun. And I have the Sun and Moon Tarot deck by Vanessa Decourt, I don't know. Alright, so I always like to start with the Sacred Traveler deck, so we're going to do that one first. Then we're going to go to the Angel Therapy, Angel Abundance deck. Then we're going to go into my traditional tarot deck, then the Disney tarot deck, then the Sun and Moon deck, and we're going to finish it with the Romance Angels. Okay? So one card from each. Let's see what is happening. What is this message all about? Spirit, thank you so much for letting this be clear and understandable, and for giving those that are tuning in some fun, some insight, some validation, some clarity, opportunity, a little excitement maybe. Okay, alright, let's see. What is the card from Sacred Traveler deck, please? Best card for those that are tuning in anytime. Ooh, Desert Passage, but it did come out reverse. I like that, because this is kind of, this is a long pathway, like this is a long trek or journey across a desert, I want to say wasteland. And so it's not that this is over, right? We always are continuing forward on this journey, but I do like that it came out in reverse, because I feel like we've got to be at the beginning of coming to an oasis. We've got to be coming towards a new sunrise. See how the sun looks like? To me, it looks like it's setting, because there's no way that you would be heading off into a desert land as the sun is rising. That just sounds stupid, right? So strategically, you would definitely want to be heading over a desert wasteland more towards the sunset, like the later time of day, and into the evening. So hopefully this says trust that there's a divine plan. I feel like we're going to be getting answers and clarity around this divine plan coming up. Okay, so let's keep going. What else? Spirit. Also, there's a lot of orange, yellow, purple, and red in here. A lot of like connecting the solar plexus down to the sacral, down to the root, but then also like connecting it back up to the third eye, the crown chakra here. This is about things that you've had to sacrifice and release so that you can move forward. This is a new beginning. There's been a lot of been a lot of just needing to release. Like you can't carry all of these things with you moving forward. Not across a desert land. Like you have to be very strategic. So you've really had to be extremely strategic over this past, I feel like a few months. I don't know why months are coming in for me. Because like there was a period of time of seeking refuge and then a period of time of crossing over this desert. The Alchemist, someone on my stories today was sharing that they literally like manifested that book. They were thinking about it. They hadn't read it in 20 years since, high school or something. And there it was, a free book, and it was right there for them, and they were like, yes. And it's same color scheme, Alchemist. Ooh! For some of you, you might need to read that book or listen to that audiobook. The audiobook exists, I think, on Audible or Scribed. I'm going to take both of these. And, you know what, let's take one from the Angel of Therapy. You? There we go. Great. Okay. So the Alchemist, check into that if that is speaking to you. We have employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Rain. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. Wow. Woo! Look at this card. Look at the imagery in this card. She's blindfolded, but by like magic, or what is that? A cloth on her head? Does she have a flower with her? She has this like scarf or bandana covering her eyes. And he has a scarf, bandana, head piece, hat thing for protection, covering his neck and head from the hot sun. And she has one. It's like you have to trust that you're being taken to this next place. And you see the planets in the background and the contrast of colors. There's so much blue in this. Blue, teal, purples. So the purples is a lot of tuning into your third eye opening up. New career. I like that. Sever vows of poverty. More blue, but look, we've got a lot more of the rainbow tones here. And who is she? She's like some phoenix rising up, but with peacock wings. It's like, show your beauty and show your true colors as you are moving into this new career, into this new financial abundance or situation that is allowing you maybe to move into a new home or upgrade and create more of a prosperous environment for yourself. So, dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. Ooh, wow. Yeah, you can't take it with you. You can't take it with you where you're going. So you don't even know where you're going yet, but this Pegasus, I want it to be a Pegasus. There are no wings. We can only see the horse's head and mane, really. But I like the idea of it being a Pegasus. But she's got wings. I mean, it's like you're literally being given wings to fly. And in order to be gifted your wings, you have to sacrifice the more like earthly human habits that have kept you stuck in the past. Okay? 20 minutes. All right, let's do it. Throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. It's beautiful. Speaking your truth so you can vow those poverty vows. Sever those vows of poverty. Speak it out. You know, you can write it out too, but utilizing the throat chakra is going to be very important here. What else, Spirit? So what is this? What else? What's this leading us to? Definitely, if you've been working on your business, it's like all I've been doing, and I love it. I'm definitely a little like, I need a little fun. Here we go, Queen of Wands. That's my chick. She's my lady. Eventually I'm gonna need to get a black cat or like a sunflower tattoo or something. Queen of Wands. She is very confident, sure of herself, sure of her skills, her talents, and her way of communicating her ideas, and whether she needs to communicate them with others or not, she can do all of it on her own, and like with multiple things going on at once. So you're extremely powerful, but it's very, very important that this new phase that you're stepping into, that you truly are extremely passionate about it and inspired and like excited about it. Excitement, inspiration, these things, like it needs to give you all these amazing ideas. That has to be a part of this new phase that you're stepping into. Okay? Disney, what you got? What you got for us? I like never work with this deck. I don't know the last time I worked with this. It's probably been, 9 months to a year or longer. I don't really know. It's a huge deck for my little hands. It's a hard one to shuffle here, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We can do hard things. It might be a little uncomfortable, but like, you got it. You got this. You got this. So what has been either kind of propelling us forward or really helping us to move forward with new momentum? These villains, they're not all bad. They just have stories. They have a lifetime of experience that caused them to choose to be a villain. But how many, especially now with Disney, I have a Disney Plus membership, and I recently watched Cruella. Like over the Halloween holiday, I watched Cruella with Emma Stone, and it's incredible. And I love that. And I haven't watched really like the Maleficent ones, but they're coming out with so many more storylines around why the villain chose that path, and it's even framed in a way where they're like an underdog hero, and they're still incredibly powerful. And even though you would want to hate them, you can see their heart in these tellings. So who we got? Queen of Wands again. Wow. And I'm on here like the Queen of Wands and stars. Alright. So we have Queen of Wands. And here she is. She's she's from Snow White, the but the evil... Who is this? Is she an evil stepmother? That's more Cinderella. She's the queen, right? And she's holding an apple, and she's going to be turning into the old witch. I need to read about that one. Okay, we need to... Wow, Queen of Wands twice. I have a candle lit here, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not burning anything. Queen of Wands. Okay. Where my glasses are. Put them away. Okay. And she came out reversed, and there's a reversed thing here. So I'm going to read the reversed one. The queen needs constant reassurance from the magic mirror that she's the fairest in the land. Have you been relying a little too much on validation from others? The Queen of Wands, when reversed, becomes vain and temperamental. Remember that true beauty comes from within. Whoa! Let's just read the upright version for fun. So who is the fairest one of all? The Queen of Wands, of course. She is a beautiful, regal figure who turns heads the moment she walks into a room. Like the queen, she's graceful, stylish, and commands the respect and admiration of those around her. This card suggests it's time to be bold and expressive. Your authenticity is charming. I love that. So that's what we're going for here. That's what we want, is to be our own authority, our own power source. Like, you don't need anyone. In all of these cards, the only card where the person is with anything else is they're with animals. Black cat, a blue horse, or Pegasus, if you like, and birds. There are they birds? Need to wear my glasses, apparently. Yeah, birds and butterflies. So you can look into any of those animal totems for a little bit more guidance. So cat, especially black cat, a horse, or Pegasus, and birds and butterflies, and peacock. We'll do peacock too. And then these other two cards, and we'll include the Queen of Wands in the traditional deck. They're all holding a staff. There's a walking stick, but I'm thinking of Gandalf, where his walking stick is also a wand. So there's no reason to need any other person's validation. And so remember that. And that part of what needs to be expressed in this new career, this new pathway that's opening up for you, that's really going to give you more prosperity and abundance, is making sure that you're relying on yourself, your own strengths, and that if you need any assistance or help, that nature and spirit is going to provide it. And people will help you too, but if you are looking for validation, that is going to set you back. those Five of Cups there on the bottom of the deck. So just, you know, you're definitely also moving away from any type of heartbreak or sadness or grieving. Heartbreak came out. It's not necessarily a term that's associated with Five of Cups, but definitely sadness and grieving. And cups are the water element. They're the emotions. And so there's going to be a love card coming up too. So I don't know, that might have a specific message for one of you, or multiples. What's kind of hidden here that's not showing up? Like, what's in the shadows here? I say that because this deck in particular tends to show me things that are on purpose being hidden by others, or maybe my subconscious mind. So can we see a little bit more of what's being hidden here? Like, why is this whole story coming out as it's coming out? That was weird. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Look, there's a ram, another animal. Or like a bighorn sheep. What is coming through for me is that this is a desire that you would like to be this Queen of Pentacles. There is a progression of queens, and the Queen of Wands is the first to show up. And then you have the Queen of Swords, and then the Queen of Cups, and then the Queen of Pentacles is the last queen. She's almost the very last card of the traditional tarot deck. The King of Pentacles is the final card, the 78th card. So she's the 77th card. So 7-7 could be a message for you. Actually, I have to bring this up. The full moon that happened was on December 7th, 2022. And when you do the numerology of that, it ends up being a 7 day. And then the numerology of the time, at least here on the Pacific coast of California, PST, Pacific Standard Time, the exact full moon happened at 8:08 p.m. So if you add 8 plus 0 plus an 8, it equals 16. And then if you break that down and you add the 1 plus the 6 together, it's a 7. And I thought that that was really cool that it was a full moon happening at the 7th, time frame, I guess, or numerology, it broke down to a 7, and then the date numerology also broke down to a 7. So 7, 7 equals 14. Take the 1 plus 4, it's a 5. 5 represents change. We had the 5 of Cups that just came out on the bottom of the deck. Otherwise, all of these have been queens, and all of these are feminine representatives besides this first one, which you can't even tell. I mean, you would assume it's a man, but it could be a woman. So there's this leaving behind the old patriarchy, leaving behind the old ways, and really knowing that your time, especially for those who resonate with being a woman or they're feminine, this is a very feminine desire to be able to have your own business, to hold your own, to create. It's really about relying on yourself and spirit. 7 is a very spiritual number. So the Queen of Pentacles, for me, it's almost like this is a very hidden or subconscious desire to get to this place where you've severed the vows of poverty, You're going into this big employment change almost blind, like you don't know where this is leading, and you're really, really hoping that it's going to lead to this massive coin. Like, lots of money. She's in the desert, and look at her. She's near the oasis. She doesn't look like she's stressing. She looks like she's resting and getting advice, again, from animal totems, nature. Cool. Okay, so what is the love life? What's the love life situation that's connected in with this? Are we moving away from something that wasn't working? Are we allowing ourselves to be independent and free to create and use that divine feminine essence, which is creation? You know, or are we moving towards something new that's not just a new job, new ability to speak your truth and really prosper and thrive? Thank you for letting this be clear and understandable and helpful for those who are tuning in. I always like jumpers. When the cards jump out, that's typically like if they jump or if they flip over in the deck in my hand, that's the card that I typically take. What is the heart connection here with love life? Yeah. Finances and career, no way. This is crazy. I love it. Finances and careers, the card that came out with the Angels of Romance. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So if you're wanting relationship, it looks as though that is not the priority at the moment, because if that were to be the priority, then you wouldn't necessarily have everything set up for you to feel very stable financially for whatever, you know, this relationship, whatever is in store in the future of this relationship. And the priority is getting your finances together right now and getting it in a position where you feel so secure and solid that you're thriving from the things that you love and create. You know, in the past, you might have relied too much on getting validation from a partner, from a romantic partner. And this full moon could have really allowed you to finally make some really important changes. And the focus has to be getting all of your ducks in a row, getting all of your financial things taken care of, so that not only do you feel very stable, and that if you enter into a romantic relationship, that no matter the outcome, like if it were to not work out, you wouldn't feel stressed or fearful that, like, oh no, what am I going to do? You know, this is very going against all of the traditional, like, marriage roles that a lot of us were raised with. You know, it's no longer a world where the man earns all of the money and the woman stays at home with the kids. Now, you totally can do that too. But this looks like you might be the type of person, especially with Queen of Wands coming out twice here. The Queen of Wands can handle a lot of different roles at once and do them well. In fact, it's something that is exciting and inspiring, usually. So you could very well want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, that does apply for me too. This reading fully applies for me. I really, really desire partnership, romantic partnership. I really want to create my own family. I want to get pregnant. I want to have children. It's also what this Queen of Pentacles can represent. I'm not willing to start dating and go into a relationship until I'm living in my own home. As you can tell from other readings and videos, I live with roommates, and there are benefits to that too, but I am at the time in my life where I want to be able to live on my own and have that experience because I haven't. I want that independence, that freedom. I want to be able to work from home. I'm creating an online business right now, and as much as I want family and love, I know from past relationships, I'm saying all of this in case this storyline applies to you, okay? This is how I relate, is by sharing myself, because I think a lot of us have some things in common. And so I know from my experience in relationships that I've usually been in less stable positions financially on a personal level, and the man that I date tends to be the one to kind of pick up that financial slack. And whether they're totally cool with it or they're kind of not cool with it, because I've experienced like all of the different levels, like this has happened in multiple relationships for me, I'm not willing to do that again. I want to be able to enter into a romantic relationship where like the financial thing isn't even a factor for me, because I'm thriving in my business, doing what I love and creating things and services and products and courses for the betterment of humanity and the world. And so if that is your journey too right now, like, these cards are money. They're money. You know, you've got to be able to work with your throat chakra and get really confident in speaking your truth, but also not needing to kind of shut it down to appease others or get that validation from anyone but yourself. Your business ideas are brilliant. And not only are they brilliant, but you are very connected to your intuition. You are trusting. You are able to surrender in ways to spirit, knowing that you are being led correctly and in divine timing. You've already done a lot here. You've already done the grunt work. I feel like this has been building for a while. Like, if not just months, like years. You've been going within and figuring out how to make this dream real. So as Neptune continues to move forward in direct motion, there is going to be a lot more clarity available around how to make these dreams real. But a lot of it is trusting in yourself and your brilliance and your ability to multitask and handle many different passions and interests at once. But also focus in on the top priority, and know that your dreams are coming true. This is what's happening underneath it all. You're going from queen, lots of queens here. You're going from the queen of ideas and inspiration, and you're using your magic wand and your real, working on yourself, working on your finances and your career to make this possible, so that you can, well, let's just do one more love card, shall we? I didn't mean for this reading to be so long, but hey, it's what it is. Okay, a few of them. We're gonna do it all. Oh, I like it. Okay, so first we've got free yourself. All right? Right? So you've been doing that. You've been freeing yourself of the past, and any oppression or suppression of your desires, your dreams, your independence. You have to love yourself first. So important. Okay, so the free yourself card says it's time to take back control of your life. Very Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands twice? Ugh, can't get over it. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Girl. Or boy. Or non-binary. Okay. Get it. They, he, her, all of us, we've got this. And romantic feelings. Then you get this. Then you get to explore this. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Look at these angels. Look at the little cuties. Look at these cuties. They're like, honey, we were guiding you all along. You've got assistance. It's beautiful. Okay? I hope that helps. See you guys later. Have a good evening. Bye.